Understanding the standard deviation. The average is the most useful statistic you will ever use. It shows the central tendency, but it doesn't show you what the distribution is around that average. The average woman's height in the U.S. is 5 feet 5 inches tall, but that doesn't mean every woman is 5 feet 5 inches tall. Some are shorter, some are taller. The standard deviation tries to get a feel for what is the variation around that mean. The first thing you'll need to calculate the standard deviation is the average. Here we have 3 women of 3 different heights that have been converted to inches. We find out what their average is. In this case, it's 63.7 inches. And then we find the difference between the average and the individual heights. We'll copy and paste that cell and put it in the other 2 cells. And now we take the square of the difference. And this does 2 things. First, it takes out the negatives. And second, the further it is away from the mean, the more weight it will have, which is very useful. Then we'll take that and we'll copy that and paste that in. Then we'll take the sum of those values, the sum of squares. And that'll leave us 164.7. And then we take the square root of that number. And then we take the number of encounters and subtract by 1. We do this because 3 women don't represent all women. It's a sample size, so that's something you just have to memorize. And there you have standard deviation of 9.1. Now that we know how to calculate it, we'll never have to do that again because Excel gives us a standard deviation formula. So we just put in the standard deviation, put in the cells, hit return, and it gives us 9.1. The way we would interpret this is based on our sample size. We would expect most women to be plus or minus 9.1 inches away from 63.7 inches.